Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cooking in Bathing Suits. It's February, so I have my sparkly little, bathing suit top on, and it's snowing outside. OMG, so I have a scarf to, keep me nice and warm. Anyways, I think the last time that we were cooking, we were talking about breakfast and drinking tea and everything, but just so you know, I cook a lunch for myself every day before I go to work. And so, anyways, I use almost all vegetables, and that's what I fill up on. It's anti-inflammatory, I don't eat a lot of bread, and I don't eat that much meat or whatever. So anyways, I just want to show you what I have. Now let me figure this out. Okay, so we have potatoes from the farmer's market. We have a shallot from the farmer's market. We have the leek right here cut up. That's what this is. And then we have some cabbage right here and a little spicy pepper. But anyways, it's all from the farmer's market, and all we're gonna do is just saute it in a pan right here with some grapeseed oil. So let me pour some of that in. And literally, we're just gonna put it in the pan and then add a couple of spices after it cooks. And you just saute that up on medium heat and, put it in a box and take it to work. And it's a lot of food. I mean, this is a lot of vegetables for one person. It's a whole potato, half of an onion, part of a cabbage or whatever, but vegetables all cooked down. So you want to get as many as you can and just fill up on that during the day. And then if you end up, having a little snack or taking a bite of a donut or something like that, it's not a big deal because you've had a huge amount of vegetables. They're anti-inflammatory, they run through your system fast, and it'll help you stay toned and fit and, make your skin feel good and make your stomach feel good. And if you have any indigestion or anything like that, eating tons of vegetables will help that, is healing. So I'm going to put this all in the pan, cook it up, and then I'll be right back and show you what it looks like, okay? Bye. Hey. Anyway, so look, I just put it all in the pan. Hang on. There we go. So yeah, it's getting all sizzly and it's cooking a little bit. So all I'm gonna do is just literally sit that in the pan. I'm gonna flip it a couple times. And you cook it until the potatoes are soft. If you take a fork and you stick it through the potato and it feels kind of soft or whatever, it means that it's done. But you have to be careful and just stir it continuously and make sure that it doesn't burn. The leeks sometimes, stick to the pan or whatever. You don't want those to burn. So anyways, I'm just gonna cook this a little longer and then I'll show you how to add the spices, okay? And this is simple. This is simple stuff that keeps you nice and healthy and that you can fill up on. You can eat a ton of this food. It's not like you have to, not eat a lot or feel full. You can eat as much of this as you want, seriously. And I literally live off of potatoes. It's my staple. My staple is potatoes from the farmer's market that are organic. Onions. I usually put a bunch of garlic in there, and that's my staple. And then you can add other flavors like kale, or you can add bell peppers, and then you can change up your spices if you want. But you add a ton of salt, and you add a ton of oil, and then you can even add some organic bacon or something if you want. If you want a little meat, if you feel like you've had a hard workout and you need some extra calories or whatever. But let me see if I can flip this pan while I'm holding the camera. You can see me in action. Hang on. Woo. Okay, so that didn't go so well. Hang on, let me clean this up and I'll be right back. All right, hey guys, so you can see the vegetables in the pan. There's tons of them, right? I'm kind of stirring it around. This is all for me. This is a huge plate. And then also, I put a little bit of bacon in a pan right here. Bacon, yeah, it's actually, it's good for you sometimes if it's organic and healthy. But check this out. I got this bacon from the farmer's market, and I didn't read the ingredients thinking that it was all good or whatever. But if you look at the ingredients right here, this is my farmer's market bacon. It says, it says whole muscle pork, and it has sodium nitrate as a cure, brown sugar, spices, sodium erythrithorbate, and natural smoke flavoring. Well, sodium nitrate actually breaks down your insulin producing cells in your pancreas. So you can get nitrate-free bacon. And I'm super bummed because I bought this from the farmer's market thinking it was organic and I didn't even read the label. So now I'm bummed because I have all this bacon and it has nitrates in it, which is like killing my cells. So I'm not going to be able to buy this bacon anymore. So you have to be aware of what you're shopping for and what you're buying. Always read the ingredients. Sometimes I slip. Sometimes I'm just in my own world, like, oh, it's at the farmer's market, it's going to be healthy. Well, you still have to double check because nitrates and nitrites, once you eat them and they're in your system and they break down into little molecules or whatever, they go into your pancreas, which is over here. It's right next to your stomach. And it literally attaches onto the beta cells, which produce insulin. And they like destroy those cells. And you need insulin to digest sugar. If you don't have that, you become diabetic, basically. This is like a quick little science lesson for you. But anyways, so yeah, so now I know I'm not going to be able to buy that bacon anymore. So anyways, let me stir these vegetables and I'll be right back. Okay, so I added just like a little bit of filtered water to the pan and I put this lid on it just to kind of steam the potatoes a little bit. It kind of helps them cook a little bit. So yeah, they're getting there. I'm just going to put the lid over here. I set the bacon down, you know, just a little bit of bacon. We don't want to get too crazy on it, but I'm still super bummed that I hadn't read the label until today. So I'm going to eat it anyways because, you know, it's freaking organic or whatever, but it still means, I mean, it doesn't mean that they can like sneak some chemicals in there. The sodium nitrate and nitrites keep the bacon looking like red and fresh. It's a preservative, but it's really bad for you. So I'm not gonna be able to buy that bacon anymore. Super bummed. But anyways, I'm stirring the vegetables. I can check the potatoes with my spoon. We can cut through it, so it looks like it's almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more oil, like lots of oil. We're just going to like fry them up, but it's in grapeseed oil. So this is a good oil that it doesn't clog your arteries as much because it's liquid at room temperature. And olive oil, you know, olive oil is okay to cook with, but I've heard that it doesn't cook very well at high temps. It like burns easily. So grapeseed oil is good because you can turn it up and it won't burn, you know, on high heat or whatever. So now that this is frying and that the potatoes are cooked through, everything else looks like it's cooking well, we're going to add some spices. We add those at the very end because they're ground up so fine. If you add them at the beginning, they'll burn. Like the only spice that you can add in the beginning is salt. That can, you know, go on high heat and it's totally fine. So I'm actually going to add some more salt. Like I love salt. You have to really doctor up these vegetables to make them taste good. So add as much salt as you want. Like as long as you're eating tons of veggies, it's not that big of a deal. So let's check it out. Some more salt. I put a ton on earlier, so we're good. I'm going to add some, hang on, I have to unscrew these lids. 1 second. Okay, cool, I'm back again. So I put in a bunch of pepper, fresh ground pepper, organic, and then I'm going to put in some turmeric. You see me kind of putting in like a bunch of turmeric. This has a really bright pigment. Anything with bright pigment is anti-cancer. So those molecules, once you're digested in your system, will help neutralize free radicals in your body. I know this is kind of like a lot of random science talk, but believe me, maybe I can explain that later. So basically, anything with a bright pigment, like berries, turmeric, spinach, that's all anti-cancer because it can neutralize components in your body that are going to cause damage. So this is some cumin, or however you say it. Anyways, I just grab random spices. I put whatever I have on it. So I'm going to add some of that on there. Just kind of, you know, add it in. I added pepper, I added salt. So yeah, I like to add about 4 spices, salt and pepper and 2 other random ones. You know, you don't want to get too crazy because then you'll lose your flavor. So kind of stirring it up. All right, stuff is good to go. So now we're just gonna leave it on low. It's gonna chill. And then I can put the bacon on top after I'm done. So I can take that to lunch or take that to work and have a lunch. And, you know, it has a little bit of bacon on it. And so it's going to be filling. It's a huge portion. Like, look how much this is. That's tons. That's a huge portion. And you know what? It just goes straight through your body. It's all good. You know, because when you fill up on veggies and when they're cooked, they taste good. You know, they taste like home fries or whatever. You can eat a ton of it and it doesn't matter. Like, there's no limit to how much you can eat of this stuff. Like, it's totally cool. So it doesn't really feel like you're on a diet or anything like that, because you're not like eating like a carrot, like a raw carrot, like a rabbit or something. Like, we don't want to be a rabbit. So anyways, I guess that's it for now. I'm going to take these vegetables. I'm going to take a nice Honeycrisp apple that I got from the farmer's market. I'm going to bring that to lunch. I'm going to do some hair today. So anyways, that's what's up. Again, my name is Marisa Anthony. I don't know if I said that before, but this is Cooking in Bathing Suits. And you know, you can take this advice or you can leave this advice. You know, you don't have to use it. Everybody is different. So you want to find what works for you. For me, potatoes are a great staple for me. Like, in the past, people have like things about potatoes and diets and how they're bad for you or whatever, but they have some minerals in their skin and they're filling. They make you feel full. They're a really good base. Like, you can, you know, instead of rice or bread that's like really gluten-y, eat a potato instead. Like, they make you feel good and full, and you can eat them all day, dude, and you'll stay super skinny. So anyways, I hope you have a great day. And it's snowing outside. That's why I'm wearing this little scarf. So I'm going to have to go and get dressed for work. I'm not going to be able to cut hair in my bathing suit, unfortunately. I wish they would let me, maybe someday, you know, heels and bathing suits. So have a great day, and we'll see you next episode. Okay, bye.